Good morning, beloveds. Foster's having a morning. Um, I don't know. He's 14, 15. I'm not even sure how old he is anymore. And, some days he has good days and some days he has bad days. But he's been a little clingy, and that's okay. So, we'll see if he has anything to say today. All right, baby. So it's the last day of summer, and where I live in South Texas, the weather has decided to remind us it's the last day of last day of summer with a vengeance. The high is going to be 98 today. Like, it's the end of September. Why is it 98 degrees? It's going to be 98 today. It was 98 yesterday, today, and tomorrow. So the first day of fall is also going to be 98. We're not going to get any relief until Monday, and the high is going to drop to 92. And it's like, I know where I live, and occasionally I regret where I live. Days like today. All right. So we had that 2-week monsoon, and it tricked us into thinking, oh, fall is here. No, fall is not here. Okay. It is September 21st. Our title is Growth is Not Smooth. Our first quote is, it's just going to be one of those days. I can see it, but it's just a little, I'm not going to fight it. I'm not going to fight it today. Okay. Therefore, be ye steadfast, unmovable, always abounding in the work of the Lord. And that is 1 Corinthians 15, 58. All doubt and fear must go, and in their place must come faith and confidence, for we shall be led by the Spirit into all good. And that is Science of Mind, page 272. It is not easy to leave behind the comfortable ways that we have grown accustomed to, even if these ways eventually turn out to be more restricting than comfortable. At times, it is rather frightening to step out into the unknown and, at the first winds of change, find ourselves stepping back into the old familiar territory. The poet Rainier Marie Rilke, it's Rilke, expressed a truth about our human nature when he spoke of being timid and standing high and growing, so that something blocked in, sometimes reaching out. One moment your life is a stone in you, and the next a star. As spiritual beings, we cannot avoid these next steps, be they stone or star, which lead to greater expression. The divine intent must be fully realized. It continues to press further in us until we give it voice and recognition. We are destined for unfoldment, and the way will be more rewarding if we consciously cooperate with this unfoldment. God in us will never guide us wrongly, for it is the path we walk. Let us move with joy and purpose, knowing that the way is full of light. Infinite mind inspires me. Infinite power expresses through me. Infinite life heals me and presents me as a true spiritual being. I am aware that all of life conspires to fulfill me, and I am filled full of the true virtues of goodness, joy, love, peace, compassion, and beauty. All of my needs are met, and I lack for nothing, since I use the law wisely through harmonious, orderly thinking. I am continuously creative, and I love what I create. And that is Margaret Stortz. And now I'm going to think about it for a minute. What? Oh, okay. And what I'm brought to mind is in mid-July I had my cataract removed because I had one in my left eye. And what he told me was, I don't want you to wear your glasses. And it was like, I can't see out of my right eye. You've operated on my left eye. I'm blind. I can't not wear my glasses. And so I struggled, and it was hard. And I tried, one of my friends bought me an eye patch, or a couple of eye patches. And so I would try and cover the unaltered eye and use and then when I would get tired, I would cover the altered eye and then wear my glasses. And it was hard. It took probably over a month. And what I started trying to do was I would make an effort to, when I got up in the morning, I would not wear my glasses until I was ready to leave the house. And then I would also do that again at night when I was getting ready for bed. I would take my glasses off, put them away, because all of this stuff is routine. There's nothing unusual. I didn't have to worry about being able to see. And it was hard, but that first eye, having that first eye done, because it was a huge change. It was a huge change in my life. Because I never had distance vision, and I hadn't had distance vision in a very long time. I'm extremely nearsighted. When I say legally blind, it's because beyond about this distance, I had no, and so I'm almost 50. I started wearing glasses in 3rd grade. So 40 years of my life, I've had some kind of vision correction. So I gave in and had the other eye done. Apparently they can now, you can qualify for vision correction surgery if you're legally blind. So I didn't have to wait for this cataract to, as they like to call it, ripen. Now, because I had done all of the hard work when I had the first eye altered, when I woke up it wasn't such a shocking change. Every now and again, I will find myself reaching for glasses that I'm not wearing. And the first morning after the surgery, I woke up and I did not immediately reach for my glasses. I was in the habit now. I'd worked on it. But the interesting thing is yesterday was my first day back at work. Even though it was like today was the day. So today is officially a week since my surgery. When I got up yesterday morning, knowing I was going to go back to work, the first thing I did was reach for my glasses. Growth is not smooth. It's hard. It can be bumpy and it can be messy and it can be traumatic. But it'll be okay. It'll be okay. As you can see, I am, for 2 days in a row, I read the thing without leaning on the reading glasses. And today, my eyes are like, nope, you are going to have to. And it's probably because I overworked them yesterday and I'm tired. And so today, we'll see how today goes, I don't know. And this weekend, I'm going to rest my eyes again. That's the most clear example I can see is I had a 40-year habit that I needed to change, and it wasn't easy, but I have for the most part done it. And even now, I'll still occasionally go, wait, and, reach for glasses that aren't on my face or what have you. And so, but it's done. And so if we want to lean into what the poet said about a stone or a star, even as you're working on growth, a step back isn't necessarily a bad thing. The only reason that a step back would be a bad thing is if you stay there. So as you grow into, or as we like to use Ernest Holmes' words, as we unfold, as we grow into who we are as spiritual beings, a step back is not a problem. In fact, one of my favorite memes says, that's what it's literally the dance of life, and the dance of life happens to be a cha-cha. So, 2 steps back, 1 step forward, 2 steps forward, 1 step back. It's a dance. What we want to do is not beat ourselves up about it. When we fall back into old habits, we don't want to beat ourselves up about it. What we want to do is look at ourselves and go, well, I've been doing really well. I'm going to get back up. And what is it they say about falling off a horse? Get back up on that horse. And that's the way it is with growth. Because it's a challenge, and it's a challenge in a good way. And when we can see the step backs and the stumbles as part of the dance, and that we are learning something, then we're going to be okay. So, just bear that in mind. I had a lady ask me yesterday, in my mortgage paying mundane job, how long is this going to take? Because we've already seen improvement. How long is this going to take? And I looked at her and I said, okay, well, conventional wisdom is it's 1 month for every year. And she looked at me and she went, okay. And so hold yourself gently when you are in that growth, in that change, when you hit those bumps, and understand, while it can happen overnight, for most of us it doesn't. For most of us it takes time. And when we hit those bumps, it's not a reset. We're not going back to the beginning. We may be bumping back a little bit, but we're not going back to where we started from. We've come a long way. And a little step back is not a bad thing. A little step back can be a place where we can reevaluate and go, am I going in the right direction? Or do I need to maybe go, if this is not the direction, maybe I just need to go a little bit this way. Doesn't mean I'm going to turn around and go back. I'm just altering my path a little bit. And so that's what bumps can be. So growth is not smooth. And I don't think it's meant to be, because those bumps give us that chance to evaluate and alter our trajectory a little bit. Okay? So, be gentle with yourself. All right. So what would I say the mission for today is? I don't know, Margaret. What would the mission for today be?
Surprise!
I thought I would get through without that, but, well, the pastoral care text messaging chain went crazy early this morning. Well, all right. She's got in her affirmation at the bottom, she's got a lot of really good stuff. And here's what I would say the mission for today is to be aware that all life conspires to fulfill you, to fulfill us. Life, spirit, God wants us to be happy, wants us to be peaceful, wants us to be fulfilled, wants us to be who we are. All of life conspires to that. And so that's going to be the mission today, especially when we hit those bumps, to go back and go, life is for me. Life supports life. Life is for me. So that's the mission, okay? Especially since we're talking about bumps and changes and things like that. That's the mission, okay? I know sometimes the mission is just to remember it's going to be okay in the end. All right. And if it's not okay, then it's not the end. Be gentle with yourself, which is the point of the spiritual practice that I always suggest every day, which is to do something loving for yourself, do something kind for yourself, do something compassionate for yourself, whatever that looks like. Big, small, doesn't matter. Point is to be kind, be compassionate, be loving with yourself, especially when you hit one of those bumps. It's like all of the things they told me not to do. And I did one of the things today, and I'm like, but it's been a week. Okay. And I just overdid it a little bit today. So the bump that I'm having today has nothing to do with what I may have done, that I wasn't supposed to do. It'll be okay. So that's what I'm talking about. Be loving, be kind, be compassionate, and reset. Reset and, take that moment. Think about it. And be gentle with yourself. You deserve your own love. You deserve your own kindness. You deserve your own compassion. You're a beloved child of God. You always have been. You always will be. There's nothing you can do about that. And I love being able to say that. There's nothing you can do about that. You cannot change the fact that you're a beloved child of God. Nobody else can either. All right. So take the nap, take the walk, take the deep breath, make a point to engage in self-care, but also make a point to engage in joy, engage in happiness, engage in pleasure. I ate a piece of cake last night. I enjoyed every single bite. That's what I'm talking about. Every day. Do I eat cake every day? No, but when I do, I'm going to enjoy it. So, happiness is an inside-out job. And so is heaven. So, practice on yourself. Practice makes permanent. It is about creating a habit and a default setting so that your first response can be loving, kind, compassionate, no matter what happens. That's what I'm working on all the time. And I hope that you are as well. All right. As always, I do encourage you to do something to engage your mind and your body, whatever that looks like today. I encourage you to drink plenty of water. If it's going to be 98 today, hydrate. And to get that early in your day bright light. It resets your circadian rhythms. It's science. It's a good thing. I would like you to be working at peak efficiency, and that's one of the things that you can do to help. And open the windows of your soul. Allow the breath of heaven to remind you do live in heaven right here, right now. It's all around you, all the time. Because it is a state of mind. It is a state of consciousness. It is a superpower that we have. We connect with the source of our own being. We put our mind and our consciousness in that heaven, and it creates it around us. So no matter what's going on with other people, we can walk around in our little bubble of heaven. And as everybody else gets the authority within their own lives to do that for themselves, then we create heaven on earth. So it's possible. I have faith. All right, beloveds. Here's where I do the social media thing. We are Creative Life Spiritual Center, Creative Life Spark. I am the running Rev Ryan on the social medias that I am on. If you want to know what's going on with the center, we have an amazing soul session coming up tonight on Facebook Live, which will be on YouTube later. Soul sessions are easy. I don't have to edit them, so I just download them and upload them to YouTube. So whichever way you prefer to watch, please do that. Email info@creativelife.org. That will get you on the constant contact. And those hot links are hot. They will take you right to the information so that you know for the books, for the classes, whatever else we've got going on. Book studies. That's what I was trying to say. And if there was anything else, like I said, email info@creativelife.org. That will get you so that when I'm having those moments, you know what's going on. All right. So I'm going to encourage you to have a great day, a wondrous day, a magnificent day, an amazing day, an enchanting day, an enchanted day, an awesome day, a good day. And if that is too much pressure, simply have a day because you are enough just as you are. You are a beloved child of God in whom God is well pleased, always and forever. So take care of yourself. Know that Reverend David should be on around 5 p.m. with you. I will be back with you at 9 a.m. tomorrow. And yeah, know that you're loved. So I will see you next time.